Once upon a time, Prince Harry was the adored, mischievous scamp of the British royal family, the cheeky chap with a grin that could melt even the iciest of British upper lips. Fast forward to 2025, and he's not just an object of scorn in his homeland, but now an international laughingstock, as evidenced by the spectacular chorus of boos that erupted at CPAC when his name was mentioned. During his speech at the Conservative Political Action Conference, Nigel Farage took a moment to highlight Britain's cultural exchange with the US. And what did we gift them? We gave America Prince Harry, and oh how the CPAC crowd wished they could return him for store credit. The moment Farage dropped Harry's name, the crowd erupted into a chorus of boos so loud it could probably be heard in Montecito. Never one to miss an opportunity for a bit of audience participation, Farage encouraged the jeering like a game show host egging on a particularly rowdy studio audience. "No, you keep him," he chuckled. The laughter of thousands filled the room, and somewhere across the Atlantic, a single tear probably rolled down Harry's ex-royal cheek. To be fair, the prince-turned-professional victim has had a rough go of it since packing his bags and heading stateside with Meghan Markle, his partner in grievances. His dream of living a peaceful private life has played out exactly as everyone expected, in the form of multiple Netflix specials, a tell-all memoir that even his ghostwriter probably regrets, and a lucrative brand built entirely on complaining about his family. But the hits keep coming. Just when you thought the spectacle couldn't get any more pitiful, the topic of Harry's past drug use was thrown into the mix. Some have even whispered about the possibility of his deportation following his own candid confessions in Spare. Turns out, airing all your dirty laundry for a payday might not have been the best long-term strategy. This was the backdrop to the great CPAC booing of 2025. A gathering of conservatives lamenting the woes of Western civilization, throwing verbal tomatoes at the mere mention of a man who once donned a Nazi costume for a laugh. The reaction to Harry's name wasn't just a passing chuckle, it was a resounding message. He is not welcome. Not by Americans who see him as an emblem of Hollywood whinge culture, not by the British public who view him as a national embarrassment, and not even by conservatives who should, in theory, admire a man who ditched his royal duties for an independent life. But independence, it seems, isn't quite the financial windfall he was hoping for, and public sympathy has turned to outright ridicule. Once upon a time, he was beloved. Now, he is booed. And the worst part, he has no one to blame but himself. Perhaps next time he might consider what his grandmother, the late Queen Elizabeth II, would have thought about his choices. But then again, self-reflection isn't exactly a strong suit of the Sussex brand. So what's next for Harry? A lawsuit against CPAC for emotional distress? A Netflix special titled Booed the Prince Who Fled? A fresh tell-all about how this, too, is somehow William's fault? Only time will tell. To think, this never would have happened pre-Meghan, but alas, the man who once had it all now has boos ringing in his ears. Well deserved? The CPAC crowd certainly thinks so.